Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, joined alongside J DAWG.
Mike, it's good to see you. We missed last week, but it's March Madness. Have you been betting on the games?
I haven't watched 1 minute of the games at all. I canceled YouTube TV. I told you that. I'm out on YouTube TV.
I didn't know that meant you stopped betting on sports too.
It's like a sabbatical. I'm done. There's only antenna. That's all I get is just whatever comes through the antenna.
Mike's like the stock market. He had a red quarter in football season, and he's not going back out there yet. He's going to wait till football season rolls around again to get back in there.
Are you betting? Are you watching at all?
I filled out a bracket through work, so I was very invested just based on that alone. I haven't filled out a bracket for a few years. Very chalky. None of my upsets hit. Mutual friend actually sent me a text today. He's in the 98th percentile of all ESPN brackets, which sounds impressive until you realize it was the least amount of upsets in 30 years. So he went all chalk and got it right, basically.
Why do I keep seeing, like, on CBS, there's only, like, one remaining perfect bracket left? Like,
well, that's amazing, because normally after, like, the first day or two, there's no remaining because there's all these upsets. And there just wasn't upsets this year. Again, is NIL ruining college sports? Are we going to look back on this time and be like, wow, they ruined March Madness. Wow, they ruined college football. They ruined our favorite things. March Madness is kind of madness for the upsets and for the buzzer beaters. We finally got a buzzer beater last night, but it was a Maryland team that was favored to win. And so it wasn't even the upset nature of it. I feel like we always like a high seed, a school you've never heard of, a Sacred Heart jumping in the tournament. And this year they're all done.
Yeah, nothing's drawing me in. I'm not interested at all. I'm just waiting for, like, NBA and NHL playoffs. They're coming soon. I don't know. Just
taking a lull. Masters? You put a few bets on the Masters in 2 weeks?
Yeah, sure. We'll talk about it. We could talk about it next week. You tell me where the bet. I was actually thinking, I know we're going on a bachelor party at some point. We're going on a bachelor party.
Yeah.
He likes the golf. And I'm like, maybe I should just go out there, go to a driving range once a week, just working on something. I'm really bad. And it's really, really frustrating going out on a golf course. Sometimes I can't even hit the fucking ball. That's how bad I am.
You can't stand anywhere to the side of Mike when he's hitting a golf ball. Like, you think for normal people, if you stand like 3 feet up ahead of him, it's okay if you're like a distance. No, you have to be behind him. And even then, you might be able to hit a ball backwards. You probably could. That's how Mike's golf game is.
It's not fun. Then my feed right now, my TikTok feed is full of golf stuff because I like paused on one golf video showing me how to like hit the club. I'm like, oh, okay, like, that makes it, like, I see all these people with fucking towels and poles in between their arms, like trying to make sure.
Yeah, that was my gig for like 10 years. You know that. I was helping people with all the contraptions. Mike, you gotta not embarrass yourself out there. As a 40-year-old man, you gotta be able to hit the ball forward.
First of all, I'm 38. I'm not 40 yet. But yeah, I want to just put some reps in so at least I can, because usually driving is my biggest downfall. I can't drive the ball. Yeah. Like at all.
You got to get the ball airborne is one of your biggest things. If you can get that ball flying down the fairway, you're going to feel good about yourself.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to work on driving the ball. And from there, I feel like, hey, I'm a lot closer than just hitting it with my 7-iron, 50 feet.
Yeah, that's true. So will you really go once a week for the next like 3 months? That's a big investment.
I'm going to try. I feel like, it's close. I got a close one nearby. Should I take lessons? There's a few close by. There's like, 10 minutes away. I can get over there.
You don't have to go to the west side for golf, huh?
No. I have to go.
Well, there's our top golf course. We like them. We can recommend them. And the west side, a 10-hole course. You can go play with mutual friend any Friday. He loves it.
I don't know. I always feel like I don't want to play with other people. Like if I could just go out there by myself and play, I would do it. Is that an option to like pay and play by yourself?
No, you'd have to find like an empty course on a weekday and like hope no one books it with you. It's very selfish to book a foursome for yourself. I guess you could buy out the other tee times.
I might buy out the
if you really are that embarrassed. But that's a new level, Mike. I didn't know it was like that.
I don't. Every time I go out there, it's like, all right, say I go mutual friend and you, and then you get a fourth person. It's like this fourth person's judging you. They don't know how bad you are. You're out there. And most of the times, these guys you're playing with are usually a lot better than you, and then you're slowing down the whole course, and you're like, fuck it, like. I'm not even going to hit this hole here. We'll just walk through it.
There's always frustration playing with Mike. But it's not from us. It's only from you. We're not judging you at all. And the strangers that join us, Mike, golf is built upon that camaraderie of a stranger shaking hands at the beginning of the round and becoming friends with them by the end. That's what golf is all about.
Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll just do driving range, and if I get my confidence up, I'll go do it. Because I want to just be good enough. Yeah, I'll keep you posted.
I do have a bachelor party coming up. You didn't know this, but we'll segue right into our first topic of the day, a golf story. Mike, love is in the air. Do you know what I'm referencing when I say that?
I do. Tiger Woods is in love. My question is, why did he have to post about it on social media? That was my biggest thing. It's like, what is this? Is it like Facebook, like for old people now?
Not only did he post on social media, he literally started it with "Love is in the air," which like a 12-year-old girl would caption her exact same post with. I can't believe that was actually Tiger Woods' line of Twitter usage there. But it was announcing his new girlfriend, which apparently is a thing. The tabloids started putting the story out there, but they didn't have any pictures yet. So it sounds like Tiger wanted to jump the press, jump the paparazzi, get the pictures out there because she has a very famous last name. Do you know who she is?
So is it Donald Trump's son's ex-wife?
Yeah, Trump Jr.'s ex-wife. They were married 20 years ago, divorced, may have had a kid or two, and now she's back out there with Tiger. She actually might be belonging in the conspiracy thread one day. Mike. Her history of ex-boyfriends is so long. It's like all these important people. Let me see if I can find it here.
Well, so the question is, she is not an actual blood relative of Trump. She's just married into the name of Trump. Why keep the name Trump after you get divorced 20 years ago? So I didn't know they got divorced 20 years ago.
Well, they got married 20 years ago. I don't know exactly when they got divorced, but I just know she has a long history of famous people in her life. So we'll see what happens to Tiger. Hopefully he can do well with this situation.
It just seems very weird. Seems like there's no news going on, so we just have to cover like page 6 celebrity gossip. Tiger Woods' new girlfriend. Let's see. Oh, so Tiger Woods, Vanessa Trump. They have the 17-year-old daughter, Kai, who's a big golfer, actually. She's been focused on a lot. Do you think it was like a ploy so Tiger Woods could train her?
Maybe it's all a ploy. I like that idea. Yeah. By the way, Tiger just had his Achilles. He tore his Achilles, which is a serious injury for anyone, but especially for a 50-year-old man like him. So I think he wanted a girlfriend to kind of help him recover and hang out around the house, right?
Question about Tiger Woods' like new league. Why? First of all, a lot of questions. Why is he still playing golf? And
he's not anymore. He just tore his Achilles, but he was playing the TGL, the golf league. Yes. And
so what's up with the golf league? Is this something people want to watch? Like, were people watching it? Were people tuning in? I kept seeing clips of it. Obviously, now I'm in golf TikTok, and I see a lot of clips of them playing on an indoor simulator. Basically, I don't understand it. It doesn't seem. I don't know. I don't get it. I guess I'm not in the golf world. Jeremy, tell me, should I be into it?
I can tell you about it, Mike. It's in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, first of all. So that's a shout out to my hometown. I was about to get my parents' tickets, and then the tickets fell through, so they didn't get to go. So no Garrison has been to an event yet. I do have a lot of friends working it. Should you care about it? I don't know why you should. Listen, it's low stakes. It's rich guys playing for money. It's like, why do we care? Why do we have team names? It's kind of crazy how it worked out. There's 6 teams in this indoor golf league, and they're all helmed by different superstars. Rory has a Boston team. Tiger has a Jupiter, Florida team. The 4 teams advanced to the playoffs. The 2 that didn't were Tiger's team and Rory's team. So like their playoff format didn't work out. Like they're doing it tonight, but no one really is into it anymore because it's kind of anonymous. It was a good first season in the sense that it didn't break. The simulator didn't break. The technology didn't break. It worked. They actually were postponed a whole year because of a hurricane came through and destroyed their arena. Speaking of hurricanes affecting travel plans coming up for us, maybe. No, you shouldn't care, but the finals are tonight.
Maybe I'll do, I should go to a indoor golf simulator to go practice my swings and drives. I think that would help a little bit.
I think an indoor one, in Koreatown, they're big on the indoor simulators there.
We walked into one a little drunk and we didn't have clubs, so they didn't let us play.
Wow.
Remember that?
I was with you. That's right. I was there. Mike, I'm sorry. I'm just reading about Vanessa Trump. I had to get you this information. During her teenage years, she dated a local street gangster named Valentin Rivera, who was a member of the violent gang, the Latin Kings. That was number 1. I'm not kidding about any of this. This is all TSH approved content here. In 1998, she was dating American actor Leonardo DiCaprio. We can only assume that she was much younger than Leo at that time because that's all he goes for. It gets better. From 1998 to 2001, I'm reading facts here. She dated a Saudi prince, but the relationship ended in 2001, shortly after 9/11, because the Saudi prince's father was suspected of having ties to the hijackers. Then she marries Trump's son, and now she's dating Tiger Woods. Like, how is any of this real life, and what is her motive with all these men that she's dated?
I don't know, but the only stat I saw was they have 5 children together. Trump has 5. Donald Trump Jr. has 5.
Don Jr., future president, Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. Weird news. I just found it weird. I was like, this is the only sports news I can find is like Tiger Woods has a new girlfriend. Good for him.
Good for him. Mike, we were supposed to do a show last week. You started getting sick potentially, so we couldn't record. But I made a note in the show rundown, and the same note applies. The Steelers are still looking for a quarterback weeks later. What's going on with them?
What do you think of the Rodgers sit down? I know we had some comments about it in the thread. 6 hours, no signing, nothing happening, just a little tease.
Mike, if I commit 6 hours to a one-on-one encounter, I better get something very meaningful out of it. And there can only be a couple of things there. It can be a contract for future work, or it could be something very enjoyable. But it sounds like Aaron Rodgers didn't do any of those things with the Steelers. No. He had a 6-hour meeting at the facility. What on earth does he talk about for 6 hours?
Do you think it's like he really wants, is he like selling himself? Because I feel like he has to a little bit. You can't just come in. People don't want you anymore. Like clearly other people are signing, like the Giants signed Jameis, which great signing, by the way, probably the starter. Yeah. But I think like he has to sell himself a little bit, and then he probably wants so much out of it. He's like, sign me to a 3-year deal. I want guaranteed money.
Isn't he like 42 now?
I feel like he wants a lot of money and wants to be here longer.
Wants a lot of money? Hasn't he made a lot of money? What does this guy want that he hasn't had already?
All I'm saying is I feel like he's chasing Brady a little bit. Brady was in elite shape. He was on that TB12 method, not eating even tomatoes. I know Aaron Rodgers is eating tomatoes. You saw him like cold and sad on the beaches out here in Malibu, just walking around. I don't know. I think it's a really hard sell, and I don't know. I just don't know if Tomlin will do this. I don't know if mutual friend and Big Lou are going to love this move for the Steelers. I don't think it's a good move for him. I don't think it's a good move for any organization.
They can't love how they're being treated. I agree with you. They're being treated like a terrible team right now, and they're the proud Pittsburgh Steelers. They should be in control of this conversation with Aaron Rodgers. They're the ones who let every other alternative sign somewhere else recently. You had a great take on the show 2 weeks ago when free agency started that Jameis Winston should quarterback the Steelers. He'll get along well in the locker room. He'll be entertaining. He'll win 9 or 8 games, which they always do. He'll win 8 or 9 games, and that's who the Steelers are. That was a great take, and now the Giants swooped in. The Colts swooped in for Daniel Jones. There's very few alternatives at this point. Sam Darnold has a team. I don't know who they're going to go for if not Rodgers. So they gave the leverage to Rodgers by trading for Metcalf without a QB signed. And now the proud organization is now just waiting for something to happen. The draft is now a month away. Sure, they can go draft a guy. I don't think DK Metcalf is going to be happy if you have a guy who takes 2 or 3 years until you get accurate throwing him the ball. So the Steelers are in a big problem. We told you about this on the show 2 weeks ago. It's only gotten worse because they're going on 6-hour dates and not closing the deal.
And I don't think Mason Rudolph is the answer. They're thinking about drafting at like the 20th spot. There might be a quarterback available.
Yeah, but like Shador and Ward, the 2 great quarterbacks, won't be there. So it's like you're getting leftovers at that point. And Mason Rudolph might be better than a leftover in this draft. There's truly 2 quarterbacks who are any good.
I feel like they're going to sign him because they're both going to be like, look, no one else wants you. We don't have any other options. They both kind of have to come to an agreement. He's probably going to ruin the organization. I think he wants too much. He's too old. He's not willing to give an inch, and he's not Tom Brady. Tom Brady can say, hey, I'm coming into the Bucs. Gronk is coming with me. Yeah. We're going to go win a Super Bowl. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers holds the same swagger as Tom Brady.
But wait, Mike, he's going to bring Alan Lazard with him.
Bring Alan Lazard. Did you see that stat where MVP, what's his name? His
Josh
initial.
Allen?
No. MVP is well. First of all, this wide receiver that played anywhere,
Valdez-Scantling.
Yes, Valdez-Scantling. Yes, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He wins, or every team he's been on, that quarterback has won MVP that year.
No way.
Yeah. For the last
sign
5
him
years.
And your offense will be electric. Is he like the ultimate glue guy in the locker room?
Yeah, because he's not really fantasy relevant. He's just kind of more like you're on the team. You might get a few balls. Yeah, he's a vibes. You need vibes guys.
You need vibes guys. Yeah. We've all had them. You definitely need them.
Have you seen?
Did he sign it with someone this year? Do we know who's winning MVP? Can you put that?
I think he signed with the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, Sam Darnold, MVP. You got to put that in.
Hold on. Now I got to look it up.
Now I actually have a story coming up on Seattle, and I don't think MVS went there. Based on
where did he
reporting.
Go?
Based on what I'm about to report, he didn't go there.
Where did he go?
I don't know, but let's see.
I know this is live, so this is not great, but while we're searching for that, have you seen the guy at that one school?
No, they did sign.
They did.
They did sign. The Seahawks signed him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Sam Darnold MVP bet needs to happen right now.
Right,
you got to do that live bet. Mike is good at this. His Lakers bet is looking so good from a few weeks ago live on the show. Even without LeBron, it's still looking fine.
I know. Have you seen the guy that was doing the intro for that one NCAA school where he's walking in with the boombox and everything?
Yes, Aura, the manager. You know what's funny is the first day of March Madness, they kept calling him the manager. And for some reason, I just assumed he was the head coach. And so the whole first day, I was like, wow, they really have this young guy who doesn't know a lot of ball, who's like a vibes guy as their head coach in the tournament.
Wait, is he? I thought he was just like a student.
He is. He is just a student manager, rebounder. He has 100,000 in NIL deals, which is incredible. And they won their first game, McNeese State, as a 12 seed, so they pulled the upset.
Sam Darnold, 64-1 odds to win MVP. Your boy's putting it on right now.
You put a little hundy on it?
I'm going to put 20. 20 to win $1,280.
Mike, you're live. You don't have to go that high if you don't want
to. No, it's booked. Sam Darnold, MVP season.
What's the payout on that? 20 times $1,280. Wow.
You want in?
And MBS, like you just reported that. That all just happened.
Every year he's been there. Yeah. So listen, you called it last year. You were all hot on Sam Darnold, and he took the. You should have bet. You should have bet something at least.
I should have. I really should have. I actually have a Scandal City on the topic of Seattle wide receivers, ironically enough.
All right, give it to me. I'm not going to hit the button. We're doing it.
I just need to report this, and I feel like you put a lot of holes in my theory by reporting that Marquez Valdez-Scantling went to the Seahawks. Yeah. This one did not cross my desk. Okay. But I'm here to report in an exclusive on TSH.
Okay.
We don't do a lot of investigative reporting these days, but this is one of them. The Seahawks got too white this offseason, Mike, and this is something that has happened to the Seahawks. They have lost Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. Who have they replaced them with? Sam Darnold, Cooper Kupp, and a Dolphins receiver named River Craycraft, who is white.
Wait, who's this guy?
River Craycraft is a Dolphins receiver who is white who went there. I didn't know MVS went there, so MVS is not a part of this. Maybe the signing's unofficial based on this discussion. My thing is, the Seattle demographic area is 60% white. They are more white than other areas. So I think the new regime is doing what Trump is doing to the government. No, DEI is out in Seattle. White boys are in. They brought in Darnold, Kupp, and River. They have stripped DEI from the Seattle Seahawks to match the local clientele, the local people coming to the games. They flushed all of the great black players out. I'm not proud of it. I don't support it, but I'm reporting it exclusively.
I will say they replaced them at least with like talented-ish people, right? It wasn't just like we have to go draft some like rookie and we'll see what he does. But it was like, here we got Sam Darnold. Maybe
that's young. An upgrade at quarterback. But DK Metcalf to Cooper Kupp, well, that's not an upgrade.
I think it's a different system. I think it's not long. It's not long balls and physical. It's like short routes and how fast can I run kind of deal, right? Like the whole system has changed there basically, and it's not going to be. I'm not on the Sam Darnold boat. I'm a little nervous.
Well, you are. You actually are.
And now I am. $1,200. That's a great bet.
Crazy. Yeah. Big payout.
But I just don't know if Sam Darnold is the answer. And I don't know if Seattle fans feel the same way, but I feel like they do because I know what we saw at the end of the season. And it's like, yeah, you won the Sam Darnold lottery, but are we excited to win the lottery? It was like, well, you got to pay a lot of taxes. You're going to pay this guy. But I did see the contract, and they have an out after this year. Not guaranteed money.
Yeah.
It's like a 1 year, let's review, let's see how things are going, and we could cut you, which I kind of like, which makes me think, do they go after a late round quarterback here, kind of like San Francisco did?
And just see what happens. See how it plays out. They can cut him if they want. If he does great, they keep him. Does Sam have his own out? If Sam is the MVP that you just bet on, can he get out and go test free agency again for more money?
Well, he's getting a lot of money, so I feel like how much more money could there be in it for him?
If he's MVP, might get a little more,
maybe,
right?
Yeah, a little more. Maybe there's some bonuses if he gets MVP, but yeah, who knows?
I just wanted to report the DEI strippage in Seattle.
Are there any other quarterbacks you think could get MVP this year that you want me to look at? Your boy Tua is definitely not getting it.
Definitely not him.
Jaden.
Tua and Baker Mayfield have been partying on a yacht.
I saw that.
I might have to report that Baker Mayfield is not going to have a good year based on that.
Oh, because he's hanging out with Tua?
Yeah. I mean, there's CTE flowing right through the yacht.
Yeah, a lot of CTE over there.
Speaking of complicated yachts, White Lotus.
Did you see that last night's episode?
Yeah, I mean, the week before was wild, but it's finally ramping up. I mean, the first few episodes, we can agree, were kind of slow. It's like, Mike White, you signed up for 8 episodes, but you're giving us filler here. He's now getting to the goods.
He's getting to the good stuff. It's kind of wild last night. We can talk spoilers if we want. We're going to talk about it for
We shouldn't give them away. On a Monday, it's hard. Not everyone has seen it. Maybe we should wait.
Do we actually think they did that to each other, the brothers? Or is it like a dream?
Open interpretation, because it's not like factual yet. It's just with that girl's so manipulative. The girl's so manipulative that is like asking these questions and having them do that. She might not make it. She's with Greg right now. She might not make it.
Somebody's getting murdered for sure. Gary Greg, whatever his name is, he's gonna murder somebody for sure.
Yeah, or get murdered himself. The house party. I wouldn't go.
Did you see that house though?
Oh yeah,
that pool with a pool above and people walking around. It looked like a facility for like 1,000 guests, but it was just like one dude just chilling in the house.
Just chilling in the pool. Now, he worked for the government for 30 years. That's where you end up after you work for the government?
No, he he got all the money from the lady that died on the boat.
Oh, that's when he got rich. He was not rich ever before that?
Which I also think it was like a hit kind of, but she fell. Remember she was going to there were like guns and everything.
She fell trying to get in. She did it to herself because she was so clumsy and not bright. What's her name? Coolidge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge, yeah.
I forget her name on the show, but she's good. Anyway, that's a TV update. I got one more NFL story unless you got more.
Give me your NFL. I got a baseball story.
Oh, I love that. One bullshit or believe for you, Mike. This one's personal to you as well. Bullshit or believe, the 49ers are done. I am here to tell you they lost 8 starters in free agency. Yeah. Some big names: Debo, Floyd, Hargrave, Hufanga, Ward, Greenlaw's been there a long time. Bullshit or believe?
Yeah, they're done. That's it. I know I saw a Christian McCaffrey hype video. Like, he's 100% back. He's going to tear it up this season.
Wait, that video of Christian McCaffrey doing his morning routine, is that the one you saw? Was that real? I was told that may not have been real.
It looked like him.
It did, but I was like, someone commented that it wasn't real. So like, what's real anymore?
Well, because there was that also. Did you see the other video that's going around?
The one that's going viral, yeah.
The guy with the sparkling water. Putting out their morning routines these days to get some hype on it.
Okay, so his was real.
I imagine it was.
He sleeps with his mouth taped shut. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I tried it out like 4 years ago. If you already sleep with your mouth shut and you never wake up with a dry mouth, you sleep with your mouth shut. You do not need tape on your mouth. Just let you know.
If you wake up with a dry mouth, you sleep with your mouth shut?
No, you sleep with your mouth open. Sorry.
If you wake up with a dry mouth, it's open. If you wake up with a normal mouth, it's closed?
Yeah. Like, come on, guys. Like, you don't need to tape your mouth shut if it's already shut. You don't need tape to assist something.
Are there downsides to having your mouth open at night during sleep?
Yeah, it's not good. You need to breathe through your nose.
You need
nose
to?
breathing? Yes. There's a whole book about it. I'll send you the book. It was a great read.
I want the book. Just tell me what it's for.
Basically, nose breathing, they showed studies like your blood pressure, everything like this goes up when you breathe through your mouth. Oh. So when you're breathing through your nose, you're getting better oxygen, you're calmer, and it's just this is the way you're supposed to breathe, through your nose. So like for training athletes, like when they want to run and get higher like endurance, they say run and only breathe through your nose to try to get your lungs and everything. Basically, mouth breathing, bad. Nose breathing,
I didn't know all this. I thought you would be the expert on it. But just the idea of taping your mouth shut at night, like the suffix, I feel like I would die. I can't breathe. Like, how do you sleep like that?
If you already do it, don't buy it. It's literally, I think it's a gimmick. I think people are like, yeah, you should sleep with your mouth shut. But if you're not, then you have some other issues. Like maybe you're overweight or you're drinking at night. When you drink, you're probably going to drink with your mouth open because you're unconscious. So all these factors go into play.
Anyway, the Niners, McCaffrey's the only guy they're bringing back.
49ers are officially done, and that's it. Yeah, you could just bet them. I would bet them to win maybe 5 or less games this season.
Wow. And they have Brock Purdy still, but he has not signed himself either. He'll be a free agent after one more year. I'm excited for the post-Brock Purdy years. The Niners will get better then.
I don't have over-unders yet, so maybe when those pop up,
we'll just say under San Francisco, over Seattle. That's what we clarified today.
We'll see. I just want to see what the over is for Seattle. I have a feeling it's like 9.5, and maybe the Rams might be good. I don't know what's going on with the Cardinals. They're quiet. Who knows?
Seattle, exciting whites exclusively reported.
All right, I got one story. Jeremy, seems like Japan loves baseball more than we do. That's all I've seen. Japan loves baseball. Dodgers are out there. Seems like it's the greatest thing ever invented. And we don't care about baseball like that out here. People aren't having fun. They put on a show. I'm just saying,
First of
does it
all,
right.
we care about baseball. I found out about an hour ago I'm going to opening day for the Yankees in the Bronx, Yankee Stadium this Thursday, taking a half day, Mike, because we do love baseball in America. And opening day, like, how many glizzies will I eat? How many beers will I drink? Like, what a day to be outside in 49 degrees in New York in the end of March and watch baseball. But we do love it. Listen, MLB is feeding you a crock of shit with all this Japan stuff. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. The opening day took place at 6 a.m. Eastern time here in America, 3 a.m. in LA where the Dodgers play. The Dodgers are playing the Cubs. That is so terrible to the American fans who pay all this money and who drive your sport. Japan is a new business, a new income for them. They are happy to go play exhibition games over there, happy to go play games in the middle of the season. The idea that you took opening day, a literal American pastime, brought it to Japan at 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific, it makes me upset. And then they're selling you like, oh, we made $50 million more than we would have. Oh, we made this. Oh, we made that. American fans are pissed. So if you're okay making your extra money, great. You just lost a few people here in the U.S.
I don't know what podcast I heard, but I heard somebody talking about it, how Monopoly is a monopoly. Baseball is a
MLB.
monopoly. Sorry, Monopoly is a monopoly, but baseball is a monopoly. And nobody else can start another league. That's why you don't see other leagues pop up with other baseball-type games, which I found interesting.
Liv has ruined the PGA Tour in some ways. It's finally getting better, but I wouldn't want that for any other league.
But
right?
you want a little competition, right? It's like, even though the NFL is the best, there's still the college football. There's still these other leagues that are not great, but it takes a long time.
I mean, that's where Ohtani was. That's where Roki Sasaki was. That's where Yamamoto was. These are all Japanese stars, but when it comes time to get paid and play for the real thing, they come to America. Like, that's where it's at.
Are they ever going to put a salary cap on contracts for baseball?
The players don't want them to, but some people think they should to make it more fair. There's a team right now, the Miami Marlins, who have like a payroll around $30 million. And then there's a team like the Mets who have Steve Cohen, who have over $400 million, or the Dodgers, which get much higher. Every year, per year payroll.
So the Marlins
are
only
like
doing
30
million.
Yeah, I'm a big baseball fan, as you know, Mike. There's like 3 players on the Marlins I know of. I know who they are, 3 of them.
That bad?
Really bad. And again, a disservice. Like, why would anyone go to a game when that's the product you're putting out there? And MLB does rev sharing. There's a percentage of money that goes from the Dodgers to a team like the Marlins and the smaller payrolls, and they're not reinvesting it in the team. Baseball business is broken, and I don't care what hype piece you hear about MLB making money in Japan. They need to fix it all before they start doing more international.
J Dawg, that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, I think it's good to do a show today at downtime. You're not watching college basketball, but we'll see. NBA playoffs coming.
Yeah. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/sports hangover. Subscribe there. Tell your friends. Go on their phone and subscribe on behalf of yourself or us. Just go do it. We're also on Substack. We're everywhere. TikTok, Instagram. Good show. See you.